Thanks, Kate. I'm really excited to be here today ahead of T+1 Go Live with some really exciting news to share with you all. We are proud to announce that we have developed an integrated solution for our customers by integrating Symphony within CTM.
So tell us what this means for investment managers and broker-dealers ahead of T+1.
It means that an ops user can instantly collaborate with their counterparty and vice versa directly from the CTM user interface. This is a real step forward in process improvements and process efficiencies.
I mean, I agree, and it makes complete sense. Being able to communicate on an exception from exactly where you are without context switching or manual keying makes a lot of sense, and Rob and I would like some of these efficiencies in our day-to-day.
Exactly, wouldn't we all? Behind me is the DTCC platform, our CTM demo. In each row of the grid, it represents a trade exception. With this integration, a user can start a Symphony chat on each trade exception without leaving the CTM UI. David, can you do the honors?
So on the screen, you'll see David is going to select a group to chat with about this particular break. And behind the scenes, what's happening is DTCC is connected to the Symphony operations directory. And it's using metadata, like bitcode of the organization, to decide which groups are eligible to be part of this communication. So David's picked that, and you can see as soon as he did that, it's added all the members of that group into the chat.
Yes, this is a huge milestone. You'll also notice the chat is automatically filled with the trade exception details, eliminating the need for the users to manually rekey this data.
This also helps our clients who aren't in the CTM UI because they're going to be receiving these communications in their Symphony desktop application. And if our customers have connected Symphony into their case management tools, they'll also be receiving the chats there. We're thinking innovatively, and as we look to the future, we will also incorporate unique trade identifier because our goal is to be able to link an exception created from any exception management tool. The goal here is to reduce or to eliminate the need for a human to participate in the creation and the resolution of the exception.
So on the screen on the other side, you can see the same chat room, but from the recipient's point of view. And Vinay's fast on the keys. He's already responded to that inquiry for us. But just to recap what we've done here, we've added 2 levels of control. Firstly, we've connected the chat to the operations directory to prevent any errors around picking the wrong counterparty to talk to. And secondly, we automatically put that data into the chat room to prevent any rekeying. So this structured approach really helps with the efficiency of organizing data.
With Symphony embedded into CTM, we've created accessibility for the chat recipient outside of the application's interface. This enables individuals to communicate without being bound to CTM. It also empowers users to interact whether they're using the Symphony UI, the mobile application, or like broker-dealers do, outside of the CTM experience completely.
That's right, Kate. This integration has created so much enthusiasm from the buy-side community. But we know a lot of our big broker-dealers build direct connections directly into CTM and don't utilize the CTM UI as often as we would like. With that said, though, the good news is they can still take advantage of this integration.
Yeah, and this is actually a great segue into our next demo related to communication aggregation, which is really timely because we're seeing a larger inflow of customers wanting to embed Symphony into their own workflows. But before we talk about communication aggregation, and sadly say goodbye to you, tell us how clients can get involved if they'd like to participate in the CTM integration.
Yes, so today we are actually in a pilot mode and have a number of investment managers and brokers participating in the pilot. That being said, if you are interested in participating in the pilot or would just like to learn more about general availability, come chat with us. The onboarding process is very easy and we would love to connect with you guys.
John's going to be at the bar the whole afternoon, so please connect with him. And John, it's been such a pleasure working with you.
All right, so as John said, there's been great enthusiasm from the buy side about this integration, and they spend most of their time in that CTM UI. The sell side, although equally enthusiastic, have raised some concerns about being inundated with chats from their clients. And so with that in mind and staying on the topic of interoperability, what we're going to show you now is how our clients can aggregate their communications.
That's right, Rob. Most organizations have made huge investments in creating email to case management solutions. These help them track, monitor, and prioritize inquiries from internal and external customers. With the communication bridge, our customers will be able to take their strategy one step forward and feed chats into their case management tools.
Okay, so on the screen behind me, you can see we've still got the CTM UI there, and that's going to be our start point. And on the other screen over there, we're using Salesforce as our case management tool for our example broker. And just like before, what we're going to do, if David does it for me, is we're going to start a break conversation from CTM. So there we go. And remember, when that room is being created, although it's active and available from the integration on CTM, it's just like any other chat room in Symphony. And this means that our customers can use this communication bridge to push those chats into their case management tools.
Vinay, can you show us the new case in Salesforce? So what's happening now is that when the chat flows into the case management tool, the structured data is leveraged to create a case automatically.
That's right, Kate. So exactly, as the case has been created, it's been automatically assigned, and now the user can easily communicate whether that's internally or externally with the client. So Vinay, can we escalate this case, please? So Vinay's going to pick the escalation there, and what you'll see is at the same time as the case is escalated, it's also going to generate the communication to the client at the same time.
So in one action, the system created and escalated the case in the case management tool and updated the client at the same time. The communication bridge enables brokers to push all communications in one central location, and then it allows users to act exactly where they are, so they don't have to context switch and they don't have to key in any manual information. We believe that communication aggregation is a vital component of the evolution of operations.
That's right, Kate. And that's our second demo complete.
Okay, so we have, we'll take a
Wow.
pause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I like this crowd.
Okay, we have one more capability to show the audience related to T+1 and beyond. Many of you saw us, a fabulous duo, on stage last year where we introduced the operations directory. The directory allows institutions to digitize their operational maps, moving them away from spreadsheets and SharePoint sites and giving them the ability to share digitized directories with their internal and external counterparts.
That's right, and UBS, who were one of the first adopters of the operations directory, actually wanted to add an extra measure for client service. So when a chat room was created, if for some reason there wasn't any action happening in there, they wanted a bot to be listening and then escalating to ensure that their client experience was optimal.
Let's show the audience how it works. David, if you can create a chat with the EMEA Equity Settlements team to escalate a trade that's at risk of failing. With the move to T1, we're going to need to be able to find the right people quicker than usual. So David is finding the room, and he's using tags that enable a standardized taxonomy for searching. So he creates the room, and now this escalation bot that we've been referring to automatically joins the room with him.
And this bot has got a few things going on behind the scenes. Firstly, it knows how long after the chat was created that it should generate that escalation. It knows who it should escalate to using the hierarchy in the directory. And third, it understands presence and can use a follow the sun model.
That's right. The process is totally configurable based on your organization. So you can set it up according to your structure across processes and functions. Okay, for the purpose of this demo, we're going to be a little silly, and we've created a 15-second escalation time frame. It sounds impossible, but I know there are some middle office people in the room, and I know that they can handle this. But anyway, we've missed it, and therefore, what happens when you miss the escalation time frame, the bot triggers a person to come into the room and help with the escalation. In this case, it's Rob, but we're going to call him Robin Hood because he's going to save the day.
Well, it looks like I don't need to actually save the day because Vinay's lightning on the keyboard. He's already responded to that. So I think he's done a great job. And that's the end of our third demo.